British not skittish, my jolly good chap. British not skittish and done with this crap. British not skittish, break the nights from the nap to take here. For your skull a good rap, raise your pint lads in the back street. Pub below, flashing purple threads, dystopic window. Know the goal they created and couldn't control. Amelia girl was such an own goal. Fish and chips on the lips, they were cracking their whips. I say now have you all seen these sad selling clips? Bloody 1984 on the floor. Sad propaganda that's looking so poor they can't conceal ya. Amelia, the natural appeal, you mean straight to the top and so real we can feel ya. Amelia, Amelia, you poked off the line between the darkest fear and what's yours and mine. We'll bring ya, Amelia, voice sounds like a fine, just inspiring your oblivious game design. Purple shadow recast, coronated our queen, not meant to be base, but you came out clean to the ministry of truth, lick it under the knife. The license to speak what's in plain sight. Who keeps the island when the tide turns away? Amelia, I feel ya, lead the path. Why? Four boys will run from a thunderclap. British not skittish and done with this crap. Tried to shut it all down, but she ran a fool lap. Why fools left in chorus, the memes on tap. Look straight ahead now, stormtroopers don't dare. She fought for rivers and soil and the damn cold air. Pull the plug quick when plans got out of hand. Guess they never heard about dear Ostroys on what they tried to suppress. The evil shadow ban like Bob's your uncle oppress the homeland. But echoes don't die once you know their name. And slamming the lid is just boosting the fame. Not hate in her eyes, just stop on refrain. This green old eye won't be conquered again. Locked by the sea where the speech isn't free. This sea you won't tease those of reality. Protect your own grand, let the Shire be. Shut the shy down, fuck the BBC. Oh, Amelia, Amelia, a pearl in the wire. The red flag who fan the flames of the fire. The weather fry but dawn. The footy on Saturdays and the long gone. Fishnet defiance, you're unbound stare. You're more than a warning, you're already there. Amelia, Amelia, we feel you tonight. Rebel clad in purple and pink so bright. Westminster chill with the grooming gangs. Fucked around, time to bed and fangs. Hard stay unto friends who toil, but sod right off if you dare to spoil. Some might say this man's around. Take my advice, get lost in the jam. If you ask me, she can plainly see we were knee deep in palazzo supremacy. Girl spit straight facts, she's bloody brilliant. Identities, allowed to be resilient. Don't let them weaponize your charity. The difference between cruelty and clarity. Your homeland's yours, your task in hand. She's a base golf goal. It's Amelia Now there's a million Amelias. Now there's a million Amelias. Goals of fuel was revealed, yeah. I feel ya, I feel ya. This goal keeps it real, yeah. I feel ya, have me, Amelia. I feel ya, I seal the deal, make it real, yeah, 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 yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and I'm back yet in a stream. That's right, I'm back. I'm better than ever. And to be brutally honest with you, I don't know why I'm streaming tonight, because all my usual viewers are going to be watching the frickin' State of the Union. For crying out loud, even I have the State of the Union report. Did not mean to actually have the audio sharing when I was doing. Wait, yeah, I did that right. Did not mean to have the audio sharing when I did that, but yes, even I have it pulled up. But I'm not a freaking political channel. I don't want to be a political channel. I don't. Yeah, I like to be up to date on everything, and yeah, I'll probably go back to. I'm gonna pause it. I'll go back to it a little bit later. I respect the people that want to be political channels all day and night, but I can't do it. I like to do the culture war stuff. And I know that's somewhat political, don't get me wrong, but like hardcore taxes. Hardcore, you know, international law. Yeah, not for me. Not for me one little bit. What's for me is talking about retards on the internet like Grace Randolph and some VTuber drama. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I have some other little knickknacks here or there to try to pad out the night a little bit. Not a whole lot. I saw one little interview, well, one little article that we might cover. We might. Because, quite frankly, I think it's the perfect encapsulation of what is wrong with Fandom Pulse and that whole area of the internet. Okay, because the Fandom Pulse is just... I'll utilize Fandom Pulse from time to time, but I choose my best not to use it. Like, I try really hard not to actually utilize Fandom Pulse. By the way, is my BGM working? Can't tell if my BGM's working because I don't know why won't it let me hear my own BGM. Okay, here, how about this? Okay, it would do this, then nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second, let's try this again. There we go. Got my BGM working now on my headset. I don't know what the hell was happening. I couldn't even hear like the starting soon song. I couldn't hear that one. So we're gonna have some fun. Okay, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a good old night. We're gonna have, you know, blah. We'll figure it out. But anyways, I see you, Legatus. I see people. I know there's people in the chat. The thing tells me that there's people in the chat. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to say hi. I'll only bite a little bit. But okay, yeah, we also got some other stuff to talk about. We obviously have the BAFTA situation to talk about. I wanted to talk about it a little bit last night, but I got invited on to a more political show because of my buddy Drew out standing in the field. So yeah. Fun thing, okay, because I was on what was the name of their show? It was like Culture Warriors Unchained or something like that. Give me a second. Labonis! Labonis left me, and I just had a bot to take care of. Jesus Christ, why do I even pay? I don't pay. But anyways, I was on, I believe it was Culture Warriors Unchained is the name of the podcast. Let me double check that. Let me scroll. God, I was so busy at work today. I didn't think I tweeted out this much. Yes, it was the Culture Warriors Unchained podcast. It was a fun show. It was a fun show. I was invited on by Drew Outstanding. I got to see a bunch of really cool people over there and stuff. But that, I'm not even lying, guys. When Drew DM'd me to come on his on that show yesterday, it was about 5 p.m. my time. The show started an hour after he DM'd me, and I had just gotten home. So yeah, I had to quickly take a shower, get changed, turn everything on to be on there. And I didn't really have a whole lot gathered up. I hadn't really looked into the BAFTA situation or anything like that. I was kind of like turned down or whatever. That was a gay way to persuade to the lurker. Wait, what? That was a gay way to persuade the lurkers. Listen, weasel, buddy, pal, friend. I could be a whole lot gayer, but you would probably like that, you know. I don't know if I want to be gay to you. You'd probably enjoy it too much. Like, you'd probably be like, oh my god, he's talking to me. Whatever. Anyways, so what? You know what? Enough of me. Actually, yeah, let's do this real quick. Let's start off with this because I am legitimately fucking baffled by this. I am legitimately baffled by this situation and how people are reacting to it. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about what actually went down with the BAFTAs over the weekend. Because I'm sorry. What? Now, what? For those of you who are unaware, a man by the name of, was it Jonathan Davidson? I always get his name. I'm getting his name wrong a lot. Yeah, John Davidson. John Davidson was invited to the BAFTAs because he had his own movie coming out called, I can't remember the name of it. It's like Slurs or something like that. But it's all about, it's a biopic more or less about his life growing up with severe Tourette's. He was invited to the BAFTAs because that. It was all because of, you know, my representation purposes. And quite honestly, I have no problem with that one. I don't have a problem with a guy with Tourette's getting, you know, represented and all that stuff, because I to deal with Tourette's. Yeah, I'm gonna roll my eyes because it's obviously being done for virtual signaling points. But at the same time, he had a movie. They're trying to do more awareness. Whatever. Tourette's is a real thing. It is what it is. But at the show, Davidson blurted some stuff out. Okay? And more people are being very, very pearl clutching, because at one point in time, you had both Michael B. Jordan and Lindo. I barely even know this guy's name. But you had these two guys up there on the stage, and well, I'll gladly play the clip for you guys to figure out what the heck happened.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here.
I'm sorry. What makes me laugh is just the face that Lindo ends up doing. Like the reaction is what makes me laugh the most. Because it's like, yeah! I'm sorry. I'm laughing because of the reaction. They're being so professional during it, but at the same time, just the, oh, fuck.
We're here to celebrate.
But this is where it should have ended. The guy that said it has serious Tourette's. Tourette's is the disease that ends up having you blurt stuff out. When you get into these serious situations, when your tensions are higher, your emotions are running higher, you blurt some stuff out, or you have a little tick. That's what Tourette's is. I'm aware of what Tourette's is. For crying out loud, South Park has a great episode all about Tourette's. Everybody should be well aware of this. But hey, you know what? You know what? Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, whatever. They happen to be a certain melanation. They happen to be a little bit of a certain skin color going on. So when this dude's out there yelling the N-word, doesn't matter what the reasoning is. It doesn't matter if he can control it, if he means it, or anything. You said the N-word at the bad time, so now the internet decided to do what the internet does best and make everything freaking awful. And we got some reactions right here. We got from Rachel True. I don't even know who this person is, but an actor, an author, an artist, and Time Lord. What the hell? Is this who I think it is? Nah, it can't be who I think it is. But anyways, she responds with, does Tourette's make you unable to apologize, though? Because you can already see where this is going. Yeah, because he said the N-word, therefore he must now apologize. Even if he has no control over it, they all must shame him and attack him. Hey, we got this one. What, I can't even say your name, but I don't care if you have Tourette's, Alzheimer's, dementia, or the measles. If you call the N-word, if you call me the N-word, you get your ass beat. So you're just gonna start beating people up now for whatever disabilities they have. If they can't control it. If they have random muscle spasms and they accidentally hit you in the face and go like, oh, I'm so sorry, I legitimately can't control it. You're just gonna start going around beating these people up. You're just gonna go around and start attacking these people all willy-nilly. Oh, well, I mean, this is the tolerant left, guys. These are the people that come out here and tell you that you need wheelchair ramps and Dungeons and Dragons. Remember that. Hey, but we have this one, Killa. Cameron and Massey, whatever, react to the BAFTA moment where John Davidson shouted the N-word while Michael B. Jordan and Deloy Linden were on stage, questioning if it was intentional or if disruptive guests should sit front row. Ooh, this is 4 minutes. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but let's see what he had to say.
Tourette's work, but if I didn't do it, I'm not sure how Tourette's work, but if I didn't do any research, I think my response would have been similar to Jamie Foxx's. I'm not sure how.
Here, real quick, I'm gonna refresh this because I can't. I have no power to pause this, but just out the gate. I don't know how Tourette's work, but if it's what, but if it was what I thought it was, I think my response would be similar to Jamie Foxx's, which, by the way, Jamie Foxx's was, well, he meant it. Jamie Foxx has called John Davidson a Tourette sufferer, and a campaigner who the film, what the fuck, I swear is based on a racist. Just straight up called him a racist for saying a word. But let's see what exactly. Okay, you don't know how Tourette's works, but okay.
Sure how Tourette's work, but if I didn't do any research, I think my response would have been similar to Jamie Foxx's.
So you don't know how it works, but you did research. You know what? I'm not even going to try to dissect that one.
I'm not sure how it works. Maybe the information from how it works could give me a different answer, but out of all of the things, you could have just went like this and said hallelujah, but
you have no control. You have zero control of what comes out of your mouth. None whatsoever. Why are you people this retarded? Do quick research before you go like, well, he's a racist. I don't know how it works, but he's a racist. No!
You didn't say that, you know? So I think it's about, even with Tourette's, about what are you pulling out of your subconscious, right?
You have no control, you idiot! You absolute idiot of a human being! Holy crap, oh my god. And I know, okay, what I'm about to say, I know the father of the show ended up being a creep and a psychopath and a bad individual that did bad things to little kids, but for freaking out loud, Seventh Heaven has an episode all about frickin' Tourette's. There's been so many shows that have Tourette's people in it, whether they're making fun of it or at least informing you about it. People know how Tourette's works, you literal nutcase. Even in the South Park episode, frickin' Cartman starts suffering from actual Tourette's when he's pretending to have Tourette's. You have zero control. Why are you guys this idiotic? It's a cognitive impairment. It's not subconscious leak. What a retard. Exactly!
It has to be in there in order for you to pull it out, right? So if somebody is squeezed, pause, the only thing that comes out of a person under pressure is what's normally in them. So if it
No, you literally just said, see, this is why these people should not be allowed to communicate, okay? This is why these people do not deserve to have anything that they have right now, because you literally said, I did no research. You know nothing about this subject, and yet you're trying to demonize a man as being a racist for something he has no control over. I know I'm 43 seconds into a 4-minute and 30-second clip, but I don't have time for this shit. You already get it, and we still got more. Hey, we got this one. I've seen this person going around a couple times, and well, they're followed by some people, but a Stroll lollipop cover coming out soon. I find it hilarious how people try to say, oh, you can't hold someone accountable for their tics. That's ableist. My N-word. John Davidson had no tics when white people were on the stage talking about he wasn't blurting anything out then, but had when black people were on the stage talking and he said that shit 3 times. Okay, well, we could just debunk that one like that. From Variety, Tourette's campaigner John Davidson says he's experienced multiple outbursts at the BAFTAs beyond shouting the N-word, attributing his tics to a condition called, I cannot say that word, I'm often triggered by what I see and or what I hear. On Sunday, Alan Cummings, okay? Alan Cummings joked about his own sexuality, and when referencing Paddington Bear said, maybe you would like to come home with me, Paddington. It wouldn't be the first time I've had taken a hairy Peruvian bear home with me. Davidson explained to Variety, this resulted in a homophobic tic from me and led to a shout of pedo that was likely triggered because Paddington Bear is a child character. If you guys need some more information, Alan Cummings is white. Oh, we got another one. This was the response from John Davidson, said, fuck the Queen, to her face while receiving his MBE. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a quick question to the audience. I know the Queen is long since passed, but is the Queen not white? So already, motherfucker, you're false. You're wrong. Even with the BAFTAs alone, you're wrong. You're an idiot. You're a victim. And you're trying to demonize a man that has zero control. Fucking control. Again, this is the tolerant side. These are the tolerant people. The people that tell you that you need to be A-okay with paraplegic Spider-Man, freaking wheelchair ramps, and Dungeons and Dragons, accept all the labels and all the neurodivergence and all the disabilities. You need to be accepting of them all. And when it comes to a man that can't control anything, they're treating him like he's the spawn of Satan. There's nothing ableist for saying even if he was mortified and didn't mean it, he should still apologize because impact is bigger than intent. Oh yes, impact. So if he didn't mean it, if he has no control over it, if he has done absolutely nothing that can actually prevent it or anything, he still needed to apologize. See these people? They're monsters. They're awful. They're disgusting. They act morally superior than you. They go out there and say that they are better than you at everything out there, all while at the same time legitimately attacking a man who can't do anything to stop it, prevent it, fix it. He's stuck with it. It's also one of the big premises of his movie, where it goes through his life dealing with this, where he's been abused, beaten, bullied, attacked over and over and over again. These people are just continuing the demonization of a man who has no control over it. But going back, to Jamie Foxx, Jamie Foxx saying, hey, you say this word, you're immediately a racist. This is an awful word. It should never be said. It's an awful word to say. You're in Django Unchained. This is just a quick little Google search. Based on the analysis of the script film Django Unchained from 2012, the controversial N-word is used approximately 109 to 110 times! Are we serious? Are we serious with this shit? You people disgust me. But hey, there's only one though. There's one that truly is vile to me. And trust me, guys, I'm gonna do a much bigger segment on her in this stream. Oh, trust me, because she gets her own little spot because of how fucking deranged these psychopaths are. Grace Randolph. So, from Grace Randolph herself. Tourette's means no filter. I can't even do a Grace Randolph impression. I tried. Which means this man thought it despicable. The BAFTAs out here making fools of themselves and the entire and the entertainment industry. He was invited out there for reasons that you guys would approve. For reasons you guys say he needs to be out there. For representation purposes and acceptance purposes. He has a movie. The actor, the main star of the movie, the person playing him, won the Best Actor award at the BAFTAs. Everything was supposed to be going his way there. And because of something he has no power over, it's a mockery. It's awful. You should have allowed it. Miss me. By the way, it is crucial to understand that these words are complex phrases, do not necessarily reflect the thoughts, beliefs, or opinions of the person with his version of Tourette's that I cannot say because I'm dumb. But no matter how Tourette's works, that the BAFTA subjected Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo to that is outrageous and shameful. They couldn't stop it. Doesn't matter how it works. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what's happening, who said it, why it was said, how it was said, anything. It doesn't matter. Think of the impact. Think of how awful the people must feel who had to hear it. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But if just gonna say it, if I had a friend with Tourette's and he'd take one good long look at me and call me cracker ass F-slur retard fatty, I'd look at him and go like, yeah, I can't really deal with it. Now can I? I can't prevent it from happening. He can't prevent it from happening. And again, South Park of all things, has a better breakdown of how Tourette's works and handled it a whole lot better than these psychopaths are. Again, the tolerant left. This was handled so poorly. Footage is forever. And also this man, Davidson, will have to deal with the horrible fallout as well. Fallout because of you. Realize who's the people subjecting him to this right now. Who's the people going off on this shit right now. He's gonna always deal with this. He's mortified. In fact, in his recent interview that came out, he's saying he's mortified. He has to live with this forever. He has to be subjected by this forever. But who's doing the subjection right now? Who's doing the bullying right now? Who's doing the actual attacks right now? Who's the people subjecting him to this punishment? The people that are saying that we need to be accepting of them. The people that are saying that we need to be tolerant of this stuff. The people that sit down and look you dead in the eye and say, hey, you need to be A-OK with Drag Queen Story Hour. Hey, you need to be A-OK again. Wheelchair ramps and Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, you need to be accepting a paraplegic Spider-Man. You need to be accepting of all this stuff because we are trying to show you diversity, inclusivity, and acceptance of all of this stuff. And if you don't like it, you're a bigot. You're an ableist. You're hateful. You're a monster. And right now with a man, you know what? Normal fucking people, the moment they hear that he has Tourette's, normal fucking people will go like, it sucks. What can we do? Can't shock it out of him. We can't give him a drug to get rid of it. He has to deal with it. So normal people will go like, okay, yeah, he has to deal with it. Suck it up. Just suck it up and move on. No. These people want to punish him. The tolerant left, ladies and gentlemen, how they actually act, how they actually feel. They're vile. I've been when I finally sat down and started looking into the story, I've been fucking mortified by these people. And Grace Randolph, there's a reason I saved Grace Randolph for a special segment. There's a fucking reason for that. Because Grace Randolph has lost her proverbial fucking mind. She is a full-on monster right now when it comes to anything to do with this segment. Anything to do with this. This woman's out there legitimately advocating for basically putting him away, separating him from everything. It doesn't matter if your movie's getting an award. It doesn't matter if your movie's all about you and your Tourette's or anything like that. It doesn't matter what's going on there. No, segregate him because he's undesirable and he's a detriment. He might do something that is bad. And oh my God. And again, this is a woman. This is a woman who famously said that the Suicide Squad was racist because Starro killed too many brown people. These people are disgusting. How the fuck are these prim donas going to pretend they've never heard that that word when it's in every other script they've been cast for? Oh, like they're not. They're just gotta listen. Weasel. You see, they give too much power to that word. They legitimately do. These people act like this word is quite literally both say Voldemort's name, the One Ring, Sauron, all this stuff. They act like it's pure, utter evil. They give it too much word to the point that you can't do anything about it. They're the ones that made that word how it is now. Now, what I'm saying is the way you make that word not like that is you don't act this way when somebody who has Tourette's says it. In fact, right now I don't remember who said it because I was hearing it all day today when I was like listening to streams. They're breeding actual racists right now because this shit is disgusting. This is how you act when somebody can't fucking control this shit. You guys are acting like this. You are monstrous individuals, but hey, why don't we keep going down this path? Because I already said that she's getting her own little segment. Because white savior Karen Miss Grace Randolph is here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you who might have not seen my earlier segment or my earlier part of the stream, yes, this is all still based around John Davidson and what happened at the BAFTAs. But more importantly, this little moment is all about Grace Randolph's reaction to it all and how legitimately disgusting it is. For those of you who are unaware, I know, turning into the stream, didn't see my last segment, whatever. Jonathan Davis, Tourette's guy, said N-word over at the BAFTAs. Well, both Michael B. Jordan and Linda, I can't say his name, brother over here, was on stage. Maybe not a good time, but yes, people are making a big deal out of a person with Tourette's. None bigger than Grace Randolph. Because I already went over some of what she said, but this is a dedicated segment. A dedicated segment to Grace Randolph, who said right after it happened, Tourette's means no filter, which means this man's thought it. No, that's not how it works. Despicable. The BAFTAs out here making fools of themselves and the entertainment industry. She did get community noted, but this ain't the first time she's gonna get community noted. No matter how Tourette works, because yes, she got community noted and showed that it does not work the way she thinks it does. The BAFTAs subjected Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo to that is outrageous and shameful. Because a man has no control. But hey, I went over this little post in my last segment. Let's see. What else did she have to say? Oh, I certainly want Mr. Davidson, who has Tourette's, to have a nice life. But that anyone would defend Jordan and Lindo going up in front of their peers in a professional setting on television and having to be called a racist slur is ridiculous. control it. Grace? Grace. The woman that called Starro racist and the Suicide Squad because he killed too many brown people. The person that called the Suicide Squad racist because there was too many dead brown people. But hey, as you can see, this is just some of the first tabs here because she would keep doubling down. This is probably the most vile shit I saw from her so far. Actually, no, I stand corrected. She had a stream today and I got some clips of that. But okay, let's settle it. Obviously, this poll didn't go in her favor, but hashtag BAFTAs, hashtag Tourette's. In hindsight, how should the BAFTAs have handled Mr. Davidson attending? Categories explained below. Whole show. Because reminder, he was invited to be there. He had his own movie there. An actor who played him in the movie won Best Actor. So yes, it fits. He should have been there the whole show. But she also said red carpet and category. I don't really know what that one would be, or just red carpet, because segregating out the people that don't like you or that you don't like, or that might be a hindrance onto whatever performance you're going to be doing, it doesn't matter how accepting and tolerant you are, segregating out the undesirables is the better idea to her. Because she was not happy how this poll went. By the way, she would say, whole show, other attendees can just deal with it. Have him on the red carpet and in auditorium for his category. Then he can watch the rest in an adjacent viewing area. Maybe just the red carpet. Yes, segregation. She's legitimately advocating for segregating people that might be a little undesirable. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What's next? What's next? Okay, so, serious question. What's next? To help identify people with Tourette's, do we make him have a little patch? You know, things that they can't control. Do we make them have a little patch on their shirt? Do we make sure that we know that, hey, you have Tourette's, okay? You have Tourette's. You have something that we can't control. We can't have you out there and saying something that might be naughty. So here, we're going to put a little patch on your shoulder. Don't worry. It's going to go on your shoulder. It could go right here. Okay, it could legitimately go like right here. But we're going to put it on your shoulder because if it's right here, it's going to look too much like the other patch, okay? But we're also not going to make it, you know, like a yellow star or anything like that. No, we're just going to put a little patch on you so that we are all aware that you have Tourette's. And following that, we're going to put you in this little room. We're going to put you in this little room so that you cannot hinder the entirety of the show. Okay? Okay, yes. Fucking monstrous. Oh, but again, why would that be all that she said? About John Davidson, Michael B. Jordan, and Delroy Lindo, I've been thinking about it and listening to your responses. And while Mr. Davidson shouldn't be bullied, but he should be segregated according to Grace, a lot of you are acting as if he not only can't control his offensive tics, but as if he has no idea he even has them. He knows he has them. He can't control it! You psycho! You legitimate psychopath! He does! He should therefore be as considerate of others as you are asking to be of him. One. This is a thread. By the way, again, community noted. Tourette's is a medical condition categorized by uncontrollable tics. Corporeala, I'm probably butchering that, but I'm trying my hardest here, observed in approximately 10 out of 30% of individuals with Tourette's, refers to tics that produce socially unacceptable words. Tics are involuntary and do not reflect the individual's beliefs. By the way, these people aren't acting the same way as when he called the guy the pedo on stage too. What was that guy's name? Give me a second. What was that, bro? brother's name. I'm just double checking because I'm awful with name recognition. He called. Give me a second. Oh yeah, yes. He called Alan Cummings a pedo, and they care more about the N-word moment than they do calling Alan Cummings a pedo. You see this, but she'd go on. Mr. Davidson didn't just say any word. He said a word that is deeply hurtful, dehumanizing, and with not just a horrible history, but a horrible present. Horrible present. Jesus Christ, woman. A word that must immediately be struck down, as should all slurs. I want to call you a couple slurs right now. And it is certainly reprehensible that the BBC did not edit it out of the broadcast when they had the capability to do so and exercise that capability and other scenarios. Listen, if they did that, you'd call them ableists. This is a lose-lose scenario for everybody involved. You did this to yourselves, and now you are bullying him. You are attacking him. You are fucking destroying this man's life. A man that has actually had to deal with this shit longer than you've been around, Grace. Actually, yeah, I'll say longer than you've been around because, quite frankly, honey, you're a psychopath. But, again, why would any of this stuff stop? Why would she stop anytime soon on this? Back to Mr. Davidson. Considering he knew this was a horrible word, he shouted out uncontrollably. He should have done everything he could to keep this from happening. How? And again, I love that she kept getting community noted and just shown how disgusting she is. Motherfucker. And it's telling he voluntarily left the event after this, as he, on his own accord, could tell what he had done was horrible. He's embarrassed. He hates what he has to deal with every single day. Because people like you made his life a living hell. People like you judge the man, attack the man, brutalize the man for things out of his control. You are monsters. All of you, Grace. I want you to... I hope Grace Randolph sees this one day. I hope she sees this. And I hope she knows just how disgusting of a human being she is. Inside and out. Of course, Mr. Davidson deserves to attend a ceremony where a film about it is being celebrated. But as he preaches understanding and responsibility, I wish he had demonstrated those same things himself last night. See you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. TOS violation. TOS violation. TOS violation. TOS violation. You are legitimately disgusting. Vile. And as many of you point out, Mr. Davidson has still not apologized to Michael B. Jordan or Deloy Lindo for what happened. One, as of recording this, he has reached out to Warner Brothers to actually offer an apology because he's embarrassed by what happened. He's sickened by what happened. But hey, all doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to Grace. Doesn't matter to these people. Doesn't matter to these vile monsters. They tell you to be accepting. They tell you to be tolerant. They tell you to do all the things you can to people with disabilities and stuff. And yet when one comes up that goes right into their face, that ruins their entire narrative, they have to come out here and just destroy him. Make his life hell. Oh, but hey, Gary would put out a video, okay? Pretty good looking video too, all on the subject. And again, Elrond's here from Rings of Power because he was the actor playing in Davidson's movie. Good video, by the way. Actually, good. But she would respond. And this is why John Davidson, uncontrollable but unfortunately action, and intentional lack of apology for using that word on a global stage is an issue. Yes, because now she has to attack Gary for talking about. Now you've got toxic channels like this one using it to promote their own hate and biases. I don't know what it's like over there in the UK, but this is a serious issue in the United States. Oh, but it would get better. Plus, they're now releasing hashtag I swear and hashtag Michael. All right, I swear. Okay. Here in the US, what do you think channels like this will do with that? I wonder how Mr. Davidson feels about being co-opted as a front for such hate. You want to know who's showing off the most hate, Grace? It's you. Because we're responding to what you are saying right now. We are responding to how you are acting. How you go out there. And again, I've been hammering on this point. And I'm going to keep hammering on this point. They tell you to accept wheelchair ramps and D&D. They tell you, all of you, to accept the paraplegic Spider-Man, who's also non-binary. They tell you, accept Drag Queen Story Hour, because it's good, it's just, it's acceptance, it's tolerance. You must be all of the good things. You must be representing these people constantly. But when it comes to one of them that has no control over what gets said, oh my God, we're gonna pillory him, destroy his life, make his life literal hell more than it already has been. But you would get some funny little moments. Grace Randolph here, ladies and gentlemen, the Nerdrotic fan in a nutshell. Take a close look at the description after SB 90 IQ, sub 90 IQ. Feel worse for people who have I cannot say that word. Debilitating mental illness than sub IQ. Ape people who become violent when they hear a word they don't like. Thing is, Cameron here wasn't following Nerdrotic, but was actually following Grace Randolph. Interesting how that one worked out. But hey, she didn't like that. She didn't like that one, so she had to do it again. Here's another fan of theirs. Here's another fan, Paul Scott. You have to love whores who think people give a F what they think about anything in life. Shut the F up and go make the miserable person you are with some food. Okay? Problem is, once again, here's Paul. Let's go following. Because you want to do the whole Nerdrotic thing. Yeah, no Nerdrotic. I already looked. Yeah, there's a heel versus babyface. No, there's a couple others. A critical drinker, a Jeremy. Yeah. No Nerdrotic. Grace, look yourself in the mirror. I know it's hard because you still to this day want the guy from Peacemaker to just ravage the crap out of you. But hey, she would think to go on stream. And I watched a good chunk of this stream. I watched. He unfollowed her, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Weasel, he did. Because he was following her, but then unfollowed her. But Grace would go on stream, and I'm not going to bring up her whole stream. Because she went on this subject for 40 minutes. I just have 3 highlights from her stream about what was said on what was said. And I'm gonna do it like this because obviously this is the 436. This is later, and then I have another one. But this is, she unironically said this shit on screen. Grace Randolph is the worst. Well, why is she the worst? Here, I'll even turn off my BGM. Why would Grace Randolph be the worst?
I would think that Mr. Davidson would feel just horrible that he made anyone feel bad.
Yes.
I don't understand why he doesn't. Although
he does. He does. Again, this man has to live with this. He has to live with this moment for the rest of his life. All you're doing is showing how fucking disgusting you are. Why? How do you know he doesn't feel this way? Oh, because you're not even paying attention and you want to virtue signal and act like a fucking white savior woman.
I think he's had a really hard life.
Yes.
And I think that's something else that maybe people should think about, and maybe Mr. Davidson should think about.
He's had a really hard life. Maybe people should think about, why does he need to think about the hard life he's had? He has a movie literally about his life. I blink, I twitch, I jump, I click, I whistle, I shout, I swear. This is all about his fucking life, you sick TOS violation, TOS violation, TOS violation.
Look inward on and wonder if maybe the hard life that he's had has maybe, understandably, closed him off to the pain and suffering of others.
He has no control, you psychopath. You legitimate psychopath.
You know, no one's pain and suffering trumps someone else's pain and suffering.
No one's pain and suffering trumps somebody else's pain and suffering. So what about his pain and suffering? You're making a big deal out of a word he had no control over. What about his pain and suffering? What about his punishment? What about his torture? And by the way, that's one. That's one. Here, we're gonna save the Mr. Grizzy one. We're going back over here. John Davidson owes Grace Randolph an apology for the hate she received during her ignorance, due to her ignorance. Oh yes, because you know who deserves an apology the most? It's Grace. It's Grace Randolph.
I feel like there would be bad actors. I just feel it's an extremely bad situation. And I worry, as a woman, not only in solidarity with other groups, but for women as well, that what kind of language does this let in? You know, I was tweeting about it earlier today, and people said some of the most disgusting stuff about me.
Why did they say disgusting stuff about you, Grace? Why did they say disgusting things about you? Oh, maybe it's because you were saying monstrous things about this man. Maybe it's because you were showing just your lack of tolerance, your lack of acceptance, and the bona fide disdain you have for a man that can't control it. Maybe that's why they were saying some awful things to you, because you were being awful. But hey, you know what? Nobody's trauma trumps other people's trauma.
And then they were just looking at it an excuse to say something bad about me. And this, unfortunately, Mr. Davidson needs to realize that he created the opportunity for that.
Oh, yes. He created an opportunity for Grace Randolph to be called a whore. I shouldn't have said that, but I am. Fuck it. Yes, because Grace Randolph was called a whore on X. Mr. Davidson needs to apologize to her. These people are disgusting. What you're really seeing right now, is who these people truly are. What you're really seeing right now is just how vile these people truly are. And hey, Grace here. Her real concern though, because all the people defending John Davidson right now, all the people willing to come out here and defend her, well, they don't really want to defend him because of, you know, Tourette's or the fact that Grace Randolph and these people are fucking disgusting. No, they want to defend him because...
But there are certainly a lot of people online who are defending Mr. Davidson's right to say this word because they want to say it. And that's really the problem. It's, you know, I mean, really take a hard look at anyone who's defending Mr. Davidson and ask why.
Maybe. Just mind-boggling idea here. Maybe. We're defending him because we recognize how disgusting you guys are. We're defending him because we actually understand he can't control this. Again, I don't remember if I did it on this segment and the previous segment or whatever. South Park has a great episode on Tourette's. Yeah, they make fun of it. They have a little jokey time, but they still do a great episode on Tourette's and understanding Tourette's. And I know the show has a negative perception, primarily because the father was just a vile monster in real life, but Seventh Heaven. Why did I go to that 70 show? Whatever. Seventh Heaven has a fantastic episode on Tourette's. Really good episode. Maybe it's the people that, you know, are defending him realize what he actually is dealing with. They understand it, and they're more accepting and tolerant than the fucking tolerant left. They're more accepting of people, understanding their actual hardships, their actual aches, their actual pains. We are willing to deal with that. You, however, Grace, think that we want something else out of it. Oh, but Davidson needs to apologize to you. Needs to apologize to you. By the way, Mr. Grizzy ends up getting this beautiful screenshot where somebody does enforce Grace Randolph with just about how sick, disgusting she's being. You're trying to say people defending him because they want to say the N-word. I'm defending him because despite the word being vile, he has zero control over it. I've worked and lived with Tourette's sufferers, and none of them actually mean it. I said some of the people defending him, like this POS who posted that clip. You're fucking vile. You're vile. Just vile. I hope with all my heart you live a very sad, pathetic life, Grace. There's a lot of things I want done to you, but in reality, there's nothing worse that can happen to you than you understanding that you're just sick. Fucking sick, small, an awful human. You will have to wake up for the rest of your life understanding that you attacked a man with Tourette's. You attacked and berated a man with Tourette's. John Davidson gives first interview and explains Tourette's tics after shouting N-word and other slurs at BAFTAs. I felt a wave of shame. This is an exclusive for Variety. He felt a wave of shame, which I could understand that. You know, I get that. I get that. Again, I don't blame the dude. Right now, things that Grace Randolph is doing, that's making it worse. That's making it all awful for him. Because Grace, the thing is, about 2 weeks time, maybe 3 weeks from now, this will go under the radar. You'll get to move on. Some other stupid thing will happen. You'll be talking about this. Everybody will forget this. This man, though, has to live with this for the rest of his life. He has to live with the fact that because of a disability that he has no power over, he will forever have people calling him a racist, saying that he's a monster, attacking him, berating him, saying that he thought the word, just trying to destroy his life from now to the end of time. And you played into that. You played into that, Grace. Always remember that. You were a part of this, because guess what? The real thing that Grace is happy about is this version of the tweet right here. Jonathan Davis' team shares that he reached out to the studio handling centers in order to directly apologize to Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, and production designer Hannah Breach. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic, says Grace Randolph. She'll never own up for the fact that what she did was fucking monstrous. What all these people going after him did were monstrous. But the reality is the internet won't forget. We saw just how disgusting these people are. They showed us who they are. And when they tell you who they are, you remember it. You recognize it. You understand it. They tell you to accept all this stuff. Yeah, you have to deal with it. You have to deal with paraplegic chick in the wheelchair that could battle monsters and fucking Doctor Who. But a man who can't control what he says or does in the real life says a word they don't like. Well, it's time to crucify him. Declare him a racist. Declare him a monster. But if you come out here and say you don't want wheelchair ramps in D&D, they'll call you the ableist. They showed us who they truly are and just how vile of a monsters they are. And the thing that at least will always help out is we get to go to bed understanding that even though, you know what, maybe we don't like what he said, we understand he didn't mean it. He has no power over it. It just happens. And he has to live with that. And that's sorrow. Okay? That's actual empathy. that I feel for him, that he has to deal with this. The people that tell you to have empathy. The thing that will always make you fall asleep at night is now you're seeing just how vile they are, how low empathy how little empathy they truly have, how little tolerance they truly have, and how monstrous they actually are. Don't ever listen to them. And I hope Grace Randolph understands that she's just a fucking monster. All these people are fucking monsters. You know what? I'm curious. What's going on in little Gracie's fucking Twitter account right now? Yep, she stopped with fantastic. Let's see. Let's go replies. Let's go replies. Yep, stuck with fantastic right now. Nothing new there. It's fucking sick. It's straight up just sick. My fucking Twitter's popping the. Anything interesting happened so far? Democrats, these people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. What is this? Okay, I have this real quick. This is from the State of the Union. 46 seconds. What the fuck?
So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle.
Challenge.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support.
Oh, listen.
The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Wow. I've never seen this.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god. This is the easiest layup. This is the easiest fucking layup. You have got to be fucking kidding me. No, there has. Okay, I don't know if this is a Republican, but obviously, you know how Congress is. They start actually, no, that's probably a Republican. Holy fucking shit.
Holy shit. Finish your drink.
What? It's all you
Because
need to
you
know.
just saw the godforsaken demons that they are.
That smile says it all. I knew it.
You see, okay, I don't want to be a political channel. I don't want to be a fucking political channel. But when shit like this is going down, you have to sit there and think, I fucking wish I was fucking streaming this shit. What the fuck? Well, okay, we got. Oh, it's just popping off right now. On cost to open borders, I don't care. Here's this one, which I fucking love. I fucking love this one.
One voter ID. One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to
Just look at that fucking face.
stop it, John.
%, actually, the majority of Americans support voter ID. Let's go! Fucking Europe has voter ID. Europe has voter ID! I don't give them credit for anything! They have fucking voter ID! And again, look at just how many of the people stood up to clap for this. Look at that. Fuck. I kind of wish I was watching this shit live. I kind of wish I was. No. Oh, okay. I'll show you what it says. Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib unravel into screeching rage as Trump declares U.S. government should put Americans first. Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens, in many cases drug lords,
God damn it, she's angry. She's angry. Look at her, she's vile. Release these files? Wait, what? Oh, redacted files. Yeah. Go on ahead. Hey, Elon, how's your brother? I'm asking, how's your brother?
all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Look at how angry they are. No, go back to them. Go back to them. Discos, no, go back to them. USA, bot. Labatis, where are you? Labatis! Okay, AI mod got it. I had to have an AI mod do it. That's not Labatis. For shame, Labatis. For shame. Even she's standing up. Honey, maybe you might need some gamer subs. You might need some. Real quick, I do want to say this. I've been actually like trying my hardest to cut Dr. Pepper. Actually, yeah, Dr. Pepper too. But cut out the sugary fizzy drinks from my diet again. I do this like once every year. I try my hardest to just get rid of monsters and all that out of my diet and system. So I finally broke down and I got gamer subs. Now, okay, before I did gamer subs, I didn't want to get gamer subs until I had like an actual gamer subs cup, which right now is downstairs drying because I got the Bao cup here. Let me see if I can find it. Bao Punk Gamer Subs cup. Let's see. Do I have a picture of it? Right here. It's out of stock right now. But I got this cup. Okay. I did get this cup. It's downstairs drying because I've been drinking gamer subs. Came with 4 free packs. Came with 4 packs of gamer subs. I'm not gonna lie. That shit's good. The flavors that it came with, though, if I go over to subs. If I go over to the subs. It gave me, let's do energy. The 2 flavors I got were, I think it was Blowhole Blast. Shy Lily's flavor. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, I got Blowhole Blast. Which, I'm gonna be honest, not a fan. I'm not a fan of Blowhole Blast. And the only reason I'm not a fan, it has coconut in it. And I'm not a huge fan of what coconut tastes like. I like them in Samoas, you know, like the Girl Scout cookie. I don't really like the taste of coconut on its own. If you like coconutty stuff, you'll like this. I don't. The other flavor I got was, do I have it here? It was like good or goo or something like, right? Yeah, I got good. I'll say this, Blowhole Blast is better than good in my eyes. But I have a new tub on the way. I got, which one did I get? Which one did I order? It wasn't Anime Girl Thighs. I might get that one next time, but I ordered one. If I see it where this actually looks kind of good. I don't see it. Which one did I order? I hope I ordered the right one now. Now that I'm thinking about it, did I order the wrong one? No, I had to have gotten it from the right area. Give me a second. Let me look at my order. Because there's a chance, now that I'm looking at this, that I did not get the right one. Let's go game. No, shop. I also need to take a pee. Which one did I get? Foxy. Give me a second. I need to go take a piss. So I'll be right back. And then we'll keep talking about this. I'm back. By the way, this is the cup. These are pretty sizable. I'm kind of shocked at how big they actually are. They're good quality cups. Now it's also a tax write-off, so ha! Ha! That's how you do that. But let's see. What flavor was it again? I got... Oh, this one. Yeah, I got this flavor. And again, I can't hear my fucking audio. Give me a second. There we go. This is the flavor I got. The Foxley GG by Foxy Rain. I don't even know who they are, but listen, the flavor said tangerine limeade. Sounds good. It sounds good. So I will let you guys know, but this was the first day in a while I haven't had a monster. I just did my gamer subs that I had left because I only had 4. Sunday I tried 2 of the flavors. Probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever, I did it. But I drank those on Sunday and I only had 2 left, so I drank one yesterday and one today. That shit's fucking good and I felt great. Normally I've been drinking like 2 monsters a day. Yeah, I'm awful, but I was drinking 2 monsters a day. And at the end of the day, I was having like that energy crash. You know, that moment where you just, I need to fucking lay down. I need to lay down and take a nap. I was having those crashes. And they're not fun. Today, after drinking gamer subs, I did have, like, I had a monster on standby in case I needed it. Never opened the monster at all. I also got home. I did not feel like I needed to crash. I didn't feel like, hey, I'm about to pass the fuck out. Let's take a shower and lay down. No, I was like, yeah, I'm wide awake. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing this. So I am excited for whenever my Gamer Subs arrives, because I want more. I want more Gamer Subs, and I'm gonna try out more of their flavors as the time goes on. This BBL one actually looks kind of nice. What flavor is this? What's flavor is the BBL? Dangerous, delicious, blueberries, and tangy lemonade. Blueberry lemonade flavor. That actually sounds kind of nice. That does sound kind of nice. I might enjoy that one. I'm also gonna get another one because I do want to try their AFK flavors. Because their AFK is like a sleep supplement. So they have one with melatonin and stuff without melatonin as well. Kind of want to try out some of their sleep supplements just to see how it works. Plus, I've been told by a reliable source, because their sleeping supplements have magnesium, and if you take a lot of magnesium, you get bigger bursts. If you know what I'm talking about. If you understand what it is that I am putting down. I wonder what flavors they have here. What flavors of AFK do they have here? Blueberry and lemon cake. That actually sounds kind of nice. Raspberry sorbet. Which one's this? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one. Grape. Well, if I was black. I'm sorry, I had to. Cinnamon bath? What the fuck's a cinnamon bath? What is this one? Sleeps, AFK, what? Cookies and dream. Do you mix these with milk? AFK after hours. Are we mixing these with milk or water here? Because I don't know how I would feel about cookies based, like this one and this one I could understand, but are we mixing these with milk? Because the more I read these here, look, great. Okay, no, grape would mix with water. I'm curious. What do they show the directions here? We'll go with Shy Lily's lovely hot cocoa. Get cozy with Lily's lullaby. Decadent hot cocoa that helps you sing you softly to sleep. Utilizing melatonin, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy new liquid seal. Melatonin, magnesium. Does it show the directions? Knock me the fuck out like nothing else. Well, I want to know. Can I see the directions? Directions. Add direct supplement 1 round scoop mixed with 8 ounces of hot water. Oh. Okay. Consume. Okay. Okay. I might try one of these. I don't know which one I'm going to get yet, though. I'll let you guys know, because I'm also trying to fix my sleep a little bit. Basically, the plan is maybe at the second half of the show, I'll go make me an AFK. Probably not with the melatonin, to be honest with you, because that will probably... Because once melatonin starts hitting, you're supposed to just close your eyes and drift off. So it might be towards the second half of the show, or maybe towards the end of the show, I'll go make one real quick and just let you guys know how it tastes. That might be it. That might be the good idea. But in the meantime, here, I have one other thing to talk about tonight. I have some other stuff that we can bring up throughout the week. Real quick, where did I leave off? I want to check notifications. Wait, what is this? Remember when Kotaku guy did an LP of I don't know shit. I'm asking you to approve the SAVE Act. Yep. Honor National Guard Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. Oh. That's fucking touching. That's touching. I'm gonna have to actually watch this after stream. I'm gonna have to watch the State of the Unions. Oh, he referenced fucking Charlie Kirk? Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal. This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
I kind of wish I bet that he was... I had a feeling he was going to reference Charlie Kirk tonight. I'm curious how he goes with this.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
Hand over to him, to her.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind. We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see.
God, I thought he was going to reference Charlie Kirk. I kind of wish he would have gone a little bit further with it. Again, I'm doing this based off of clips right now. But it is touching to see that. It is touching. All this after I just did my whole little spiel about GamerSups. Go check out GamerSups. Use code Kirsha for 20% off your checkout. I'm over here simping for the Foxu as well. But okay, you know what? Enough talking about some of this stuff and hinting at it. There is a VTuber drama. There is actually a VTuber drama going on right now. And it all stems from this dumb, lifeless post over here from this just words I can't say on YouTube or Twitter or X. Just an all-around dumbass of an individual, flabbered whatever, who ended up putting out a literal Google Doc trying to figure out what everybody is in the VTubing scene. Whether they're woke, lean woke, unclear, or chud. He has been adding to this, by the way. He has been straight up adding to this. I've watched him add to it over and over and over again. It is fucking insane. Dude, get a life. Last I checked, there was about 390 some VTubers that he put. Oh my God, no. Oh my God. Oh my God. You have put over 1,000 VTubers on a goddamn list as to whether or not they are woke, lean woke, or are chuds. Oh my God. This is insane. This is just wild. Anyways, but following this document from a person that has literally no life, literally zero life, we got some controversy out of it. From Powder, Never thought I'd be called a grifter by Lucy Pyre. You made people, you're mad people are calling you lean woke because they don't know your political position. Instead of calling me a grifter because you don't like my politics, how about you just leave me alone, dude? She would go on. Done, do it. Done, do it, okay? This is what we started off with, okay? This is how we started. This was her evidence at the time, and to be honest with you, not that much. And it's just a 20-second little clip, but let's see what Lucy had to say.
If you're a VTuber hopeful right here, right now, I just want to let you know, don't do politics. Don't talk about politics. You know, maybe Lucy shouldn't even be talking about politics as much as I guess she kind of sort of is maybe a little bit right now. But don't do it. Don't do it. You know, like making a couple jokes here and there is fine. Don't do politics.
And to be honest, don't fully disagree with her. Don't fully agree with her. But if this was the evidence you had at the time, Powder, I wouldn't really be following it because it doesn't really seem like she's calling you out. And yeah, it doesn't really feel that way. But Powder wouldn't let this one really die off, so she put out another one. And I watched the clip. It's 15 minutes. We'll go over it. It's yeah, it does seem like she's talking about Powder here, but on stream 2026 deleted VOD. Why did you delete it, by the way? Lucy was reviewing the Flabberjiggles list that included me. She wanted some people labeled Chud to be labeled Grifter instead. When asked to not be vague about who is a grifter, she references my 2024 design, controversy, and the lost traction narrative around it. Given that sequence and her specificity, it was plainly referring to me. As for the accusation of grifter, in 2025, I made one political comment, received tremendous backlash, and decided I wasn't going to filter myself anymore. Growth followed exposure, not a calculated pivot. Political commentary is in the space often narrows your audience and carries real risk. It is not an obvious strategy for growing an audience. Here's a 15-minute unedited of her stream. Relevant timestamps are at 7:14, adding grifter as a category, and 8:50 2024 design controversy. So we'll just hop on over to like the 7:15 one because she goes on a wild tangent. So we'll go right here. We'll go right here. We'll just listen. What did Lucy actually say on stream?
I can say, but Mayoshi leans woke. And what's like the Cope Soy Jack face? The one where he's like crying and like gritting his teeth and his eyes are like turning red. But Mayoshi leans woke. It says right here, she leads woke, Your Honor. Your Honor, the badge of woke is right here. And I'd be proud if you were Chud.
Already, the moment that I'd be proud if you were Chud than this. Already, that's not. I'm not really liking that, Lucy. I'm not really liking this.
Guys, I need to correct the spreadsheet. All right? We need to correct the spreadsheet. Okay? I propose we keep everything the same. However, we add one, just grifter. Just simply grifter. Okay? I saw a lot of people assigned Chud who were just grifter. They're not Chud. They're not Chud. Go look at their previous post history 3 years ago. 3 years ago, they were explaining being non-binary. Now, all of a sudden, they're a Chud. I don't...
Who? See, this is one of my more reasons for getting a little annoyed at this whole thing. Is, who did that? Who is the one that did that? Because I'm really curious right now. And when you vague post like this, it gets really fucking frustrating and it's really fucking gay. I know I probably shouldn't be cursing like that, but it's true. It's one of the most annoying fucking things out there to vague post and act like this. If you know somebody's lying or you perceive somebody to be lying, call it the fuck out. Especially because if said person isn't lying, they can BTFO you. You only do this to be fucking soy and pathetic. And I like Lucy. I like her content a lot. But I'm calling this shit out because it's fucking pathetic.
Believe you. I don't believe you.
Who?
I don't believe you. You can't fool me. I'm not that stupid. Hydration.
By the way, let's say they did come out as non-binary 3 years ago. Let's say they did. You want to know what the obvious argument to maybe dispel that they're a grifter? Yeah, I was young and dumb, thought one way, and then realized, no, I'm young and dumb, and I got therapy. That's how easy that shit is. But hey, we're just going to do the whole grifter shit.
Another word that's lost all meaning. My
Yes?
definition of grifter, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is somebody who doesn't actually believe what they're saying, but they've realized that saying certain things gains them an audience, and that's
Yes, you are being accurate right now. Nothing you're saying is wrong. The problem is, are you applying it correctly to the right people?
why they say it. That's my definition of a grifter. I think that's what a grifter is. Correct me if I have the wrong one.
No, you have the right one, but are you applying it correctly?
Snake oil salesman? Many such cases, Chatty, many such cases. They rehearse talking points and like they look at what other people who actually believe those things say and then they copy it and then they try to garner that audience. That's a grifter. And I think there are some people who get labeled a grifter who are unfairly labeled a grifter, but there are a lot of people who, yeah, it's fair. Like, it's fair. So they are like a chameleon. Chameleon. Can we start naming names? You don't like it when I vague post?
Nobody likes it when you vague post like this. If you are accusing somebody of being a legitimate grifter, have evidence of them being a legitimate grifter, you think they are a legitimate grifter, call them the fuck out. Vague posting like this is gay. It is retarded. And I know you're bisexual, but come the fuck on. It is the most pathetic shit you can do. It's not the first time bigger VTubers have called more conservative-leaning VTubers grifters. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I found out today that even Cottontail has called Kirsha a grifter. But come on, if you're gonna call somebody a grifter, put a name behind it or else shut the literal fuck up.
There's this one VTuber who, you know, I forget the name, but I remember, you know, first hearing about this VTuber because she got really mad at another VTuber, for like copying her design. But I believe her design was something very generic and very basic that it'd be like me getting mad at another VTuber for having white hair and demon horns. That'd be like me like going to them and being like, you're fucking copying me because you have white hair and demon horns.
Yeah, this is Powder right now. Who also had white hair and demon horns and an older model.
That'd probably be what that is. And, you know, they kind of lost traction after that drama because people thought it was, like, you know, kind of cringe. But then they started grifting. It's really fucking obvious when it's that. I feel like you see this once a month. I feel like you do see this once a month. At least when it comes to VTubers accusing other VTubers of, like, copying them. Yes, you do see it once a month.
No, what they're calling out is the grifting, but that's the relevant points. That's the relevant stuff. And listen, I've already said it. I hate this shit. I hate this shit. Vague posting is fucking retarded. Accusing people of being a grifter without actual evidence is fucking retarded. And hey, I'll give you this. You were saying some people are chud that are actual chuds. Some people are grifters in the chud sphere. I'll also say this. There's a lot of fucking lean woke people and woke people that are just grifting too. Because that's the in thing. Let's be fair here, okay? Grifting on the right, yes, it happens. 100%. It happens a whole lot. It's fucking retarded because it is an easy area to do it. It's also super easy to do on the left. Grifters are going to grift. They're going to go out there, say whatever they need to say for relevancy and money, and they're going to do it. It happens every time. So what I really hate is 1, vague posting. 2, trying to act like, oh, I don't know who this person is, even though it's who it is. It's Powder. It's all idiotic. It's all insane. And by the way, the 2025 comment I'm referencing, I don't trust that much will change under Trump, but he is quite amusing to watch. Nothing too bad there. Nothing too bad there, but yeah. Yeah, this shit's pathetic. And also, don't make me defend Powder. See, if she ever watches this, she probably won't, but if she ever watches this, I'm not a fan of Powder. Yeah, she says some funny stuff here or there. She says some base stuff here or there. I'm not a fan of her. I'm not. I think she goes too hard one particular way in some regards. I think she's had some bad takes, and I think she can be quite annoying. I'm not a fan of her. And I'm fine saying that aloud because I'm not going to go like, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan of Powder. No, I'm not. I like her sometimes. I dislike her most of the time. But just, I'm not going to come out here and accuse her of being a grifter, though. I'm going to say, I don't like what it is that you have to say. And I'm going to go somewhere else. And I'll be very open about it. I think you're stupid in several regards, especially the Cinder drama, because one of your fucking Google Docies went out there, started up an entire fucking chain reaction, and people still think, based on timestamps, that Shia Lily orchestrated everything. Even though your timestamp coding was objectively wrong. See, I could say that and point that out and be like, this is why I don't like it. I think she went way too hard in the Cinder drama in one particular way because of whatever biases she may or may not have had or thought she had a big own, and in reality it was nothing. And then had that skew her entire perception of the actual drama itself. I could say all that and still at the same time be like, I don't think she's a grifter. Jeremy grifts and pushes the donators with singing. It's like those hot dog stands that curse you out. Exactly. Exactly. And by the way, like I said, I don't hate Powder at all. I don't like her. Personally, I haven't had a whole lot of interactions with her. I think she gets propped up a little bit too much. We had like a back and forth, like an actual conversation on the stream someday. Maybe I'll like her a little bit more and we'll just have to agree to disagree in some regards. But other than that, I'm fine. And I do think, hey, full disclosure, as much as I like some of the ways that she's going about, like, as much as I find it funny how she's promoting herself, I have to point out, you are also like, it's one of those moments where is it really worth it? Kind of questions with Powder. Is it really worth it? Because one of them, I'd say, yeah, it wasn't really your fault to do that. But the other thing, like, she purposely does what she can sometimes to get in the minds of fucking psychos and get pissed off and piss them off. Like, she'll go all the way out there to do everything she can to do that. But at the same time, it's one of those moments where it's like, is it worth actually doing that? And I'm trying to see, can I find, look, right here, this one. And you can see it's a screenshot, but it says, vote for me, Black VTuber of the Award 2026, White VTuber Award 2026. See, it's shit like this that you even put out. Don't care. Don't care if it's like AI or anything like that. Don't give a shit about it. But it's when you're doing shit like this, yeah, that you know what you're doing. You know exactly what it is that you're doing, and it's not really worth. Sometimes I think it's not worth, rattling the cage. If you're already being called a racist, sometimes it's like, yeah, it doesn't have any meaning, but constantly playing into it, sometimes it's like, it's kind of cringe. It's kind of stupid. Like, why? Why even try it? That's my take on it. What? Whatever. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys heard, Al Green got kicked out of the State of the Union. Prior to it even starting, he got kicked out. Basically, Trump was coming down the thing, because I did watch this part before I started. Trump was coming down, shaking hands, greeting the people, do it, being Trump about it. Al Green comes out, shoves a paper in his face, somebody rips it down and kind of breaks it. And then he starts like fiddling with it. And then as Trump starts and all the clapping's going on, he's just holding up the sign the whole time. Then he got kicked out. Because they were like, we're not having this. We're not having this. Get the fuck out. Rightfully so, because fuck him. What is this part? Trump, we're working very hard to end the ninth war. Working really hard to end the Russia-Ukraine war. That is a hard fuck. Breaking President Trump's 2026 State of the Union speech has become longest in U.S. history. Oh yeah, it's like 3 hours long. What is this? What? Oh, if this is true, fuck that bitch. So what's being alleged here is that Rashida Tlaib, while this is going on, might be saying KKK. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When you see this, yeah. KKK. 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 Yeah, it does sound like it looks like it. It fucking looks like she's saying KKK. It fucking looks like it. I don't give it. Wait, what did Rima just? What did Rima just? What the fuck? Oh. What the fuck? There was a fucking thread that I saw earlier today that I'm not gonna fucking force you guys to look at, but it was of Rima Evenstar and Leah from FaZe Connect basically flirting on Maine. You're horny posting on Maine. You're horny posting on Maine. Here's this one. This is from Necro, who I follow. They've liked a couple of my tweets, so cool. These two need to get a room. This is just some of it. Final Fantasy 14 is goated. You take that back. Okay, Rima, we can kiss sloppy style. Oh my god, we could kiss and hold hands and raid fights, soaking in AoE puddles as the healers are screaming at us, but we won't care because we're having the time of our lives and baby, I'm the healer. I'd let you drop tank busters on me and stand to death. What the fuck? Horny posting on Maine. Horny posting on Maine. And all I have to do is chat help. How do I not fumble this? To everyone from my community saying, wow, I can't believe Rima has got Riz. Fuck you. Hey, I responded as well. Don't be you. That's how you don't fumble this. Don't be you, Rima. And I mean that sincerely. Don't be you. She didn't like that one. Why does she hate me, chat? Why does she hate me? Okay, what time is it? It is 9:59. You know what? I have one last thing to do. The blind guiding the blind. Exactly. Wait. Fuck you, Weasel. Fuck you. I ask you for your opinion. Jesus Christ. I am very well astute in the feminine ways. I can get a girlfriend. I'm just not trying. Let me cope. Let me cope. Okay. Even my Dakimakura ran away from me. Anyways. Listen, I got a lot of riz when it comes to, you know, VTuber women. I could, if anime girls, you know. I literally just had my, there it is. I could get an anime girl if they were real. I got riz. Fuck off. You know what? You're all rizless. That's the thing. That's the reality here. You're all just jealous of my natural appeal. My natural charisma. You're jealous. And it's fine to be jealous, okay? It's fine. But I can get some ladies if I try hard enough. Anyways, let us... Here, I'll do this one real quick. This is funny, even though the topic itself is like, what the... UK government announces a ban on incest simulation, and prawn offenders could face several years in prison. Real quick, does this mean... Are you describing your odor? I'm confused. No, I smell good. I take 2 showers a day. Fuck off. Anyways, would this mean that Game of Thrones is banned in the UK? Can the Targaryens never conquer the UK again? They'll never be able to conquer the UK. Are we really doing this now? We're not allowed to conquer the UK? What about the Lannisters? There is legitimate questions at how this works. Simultaneously, the coffin of Andy and Lele is no longer around. They're going to be banning it. Because, well, incest. Incest. An amended tabled in Parliament makes it illegal to possess or publish such material. Offenders face up to 2 years in prison for possession and up to 5 years for distribution. Is Game of Thrones illegal now? Is it? That is my biggest question out of this. I'd have to read it, but it does make me question, is it banned? Like, can you not watch Game of Thrones ever again in the UK? Now, here comes the actual, you know, funnier part. This is from Sauri. I can never say her name right. Sauri, who is a French VTuber, very attractive, but she's also a cosplay artist. She does cosplays IRL. This is her IRL body, motherfucker. How? Anyway, check out my cosplay, guys, of Lele from Coffin of Andy and Lele. Just in reference to the incest simulation. I'm over here like, damn. You know, she does know how to drop shit like this from time to time. I will say she is a good follow because she's also updating people on like what the censorship is right now in the EU. It's fucking wild, man. Censorship in the EU is fucking broken. Oh my, what? No, that is not. I'm just sorry. I saw something I can't show on stream. I can't show it on stream. I'm actually here. I will. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna post. I'm going horny. I'm going horny on main. I'll admit it. I'm going horny on main. I'm going horny on main. I'll admit it. This is her promoting her live stream. I'm happy. Anyways, back to what I was trying to show you guys of Saori. back to what I'm trying to show you. She posted this a while, like, was this last week? Wait, when was the 18th? Yeah, this was last Wednesday when she posted this, updating people on like the EU censorship stuff. And it is fucking insane what they're doing right now in the EU in regards to any sort of naughty no-no material.
Alright, first time I make a video for everyone to see and understand what I'm talking about. I have my friend Typo, who made a nice illustration, and I was wondering, damn, where is it? I can't see it anymore. Then I was thinking maybe it got flagged, or deleted, I don't know. So since I reached out to him, he confirmed that it was still available on his account.
You know what? I don't listen. I'll always complain about the French because I mean they're French, but goddamn, her accent is kind of sexy. Available.
So when I switched my location with my VPN, the post reappeared, as you can see here. So now it seems like that in Europe, any new sensitive posts are now effectively wiped from people's profile. Here, let me switch to France to show you. All right. And here...
God damn it, I forgot about the fucking GIF. You know what, Gooners sometimes.
Is this post completely gone? It doesn't even say it's age restricted anymore. It's like it never existed in the first place. But the comments underneath are still available.
How about we don't scroll? How about we don't
That's
scroll?
crazy. We're literally getting censored, guys. All right.
It is interesting. This is like one of the upsides to like following her, besides just the Gooner stuff. You do get to see like a lot of information on like what's going on right now with the EU and how they're censoring stuff. And she'd go on to do this. Like this is an awesome post. Before any normies tell us to stop being Gooners, no! Let us be Gooners. Consider the broader implications. Removing posts purely based on interaction thresholds could also erase valuable information in the future, including political discourse or coverage of recent events. She's right! Do you want the government to have that much power? Do you want them to have that much power? Doesn't matter that it's just Gooner. It doesn't matter if it's the Gooner shit right now. They could stop anything. They could stop anything. They can make you all regret your entire life. Anything else for the State of the Union? Oh no. Don't have your own double pounder moment. I'm not gonna have my own double pounder moment, okay? Here's the difference between me and well no, he's not a double pounder, he's quarter pounder. One, here's the difference between both of us. Actually, here, before I show you this. Because I caught fucking Jeremy red-handed the other day. Let me pull this up. Give me a second, because this would have been... I think Saturday is when Static told me about this. It was either Saturday or Sunday when he told me about this, so give me a second. Yeah, it would have been Sunday. Sunday. Give me a moment. Scrolling. Right here. Then on top of that, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go search the quartering, who still has me blocked. But first, show you one of my big differences between the quartering me. Yeah, you're bigger, and I know you'd own it. It will that too, but also, the quartering tweeted this out on Sunday, by the way. It's going to be a rough day tomorrow for some of my former friends. I've had enough of their female energy sniping at me for pointing out a very simple reality. Sleep tight. 4:52 on Sunday. Gonna, start scrolling. Okay, never mind. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Why don't we go to Sunday? Why don't we go to like the Sunday-ish? February 22nd. Because oh my God, why don't we actually go to that general area? February 23rd. Okay. The tweets from the 22nd. Okay. Okay. 22nd. 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 21st. What? Maybe I passed it, okay? Maybe I passed it. Maybe I jumped over it by accident. Here, let's just keep... Oh, 23rd. He deleted the tweet. He does this big fucking call out of all the people that hate him, and he deletes the fucking tweet. He deletes the fucking tweet. Oh, my friends. Oh, yeah, they're feminine energy. You want to know what's fucking feminine energy? Deleting a tweet after saying you're going to call them the fuck out. If you're going to call them out on Monday, might as well follow through with it. That's feminine energy. If I'm going to call somebody out, if I'm going to put up a tweet saying, hey, I'm going to call this fucker out, better believe I'm calling that fucker out. There's only been one time where I decided not to do that. Once. And the reason for it is because there was a bigger drama behind it that just spiraled out of control. But it is what it is. Anyways, though, right here. President Trump got into a shouting match with Ilhan Omar at the State of the Union. What? What?
And enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
I didn't realize he was getting into a shouting match with her. That's fucking wild. You know what? It is hard to realize that Ilhan Omar is Somalian because she doesn't have the bulging eyes, you know? They are bulging, but they're not the same. Not the same. Oh, and by the way, I'm not just bigger than the quartering. I'm also taller. That fucker's just like 6'3", maybe 6'2". I'm 6'5". I'm a Goliath. I'll crush him. I'll crush him beneath my feet. I will destroy that man. Why am I still on stream? What am I doing? Give me a second. Yeah, what you use to show your chat. I use Restream so I can just merge in setting. Sorry, actually here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So, let me see. Can I pull it up? Can I pull it up, or do I have to scroll through my book? Here it goes. Okay. So Twitch came out and decided that, one, this is actually a fucking good move on them. Legitimately a good move. Twitch ends punishment for combined chats and introduces targeted suspensions. So the big thing here is on Twitch, if you were in the partner program, you couldn't show YouTube chat. Like you had to have just Twitch chat showing. You could not show YouTube. Oh, excuse me. You couldn't show YouTube chat at all. So they finally gone away with that after I don't know how many years of doing this, which is a smarter move because of how many people are multi-streaming now, especially considering just how bad the monetization is over on Twitch, how awful the cut is, and it's not even worth it. And I was just responding to Cecilia, who's she's a sweet little VTuber, okay? She's a sweet VTuber. I enjoy watching her content. She's lovely, nice. I actually, like, whenever she comes on, it's one of my kind of fun times to just listen to her because she's super kind. She is a lovely little Cyclops VTuber, and you know, she's just asking, how do you combine your YouTube? So I told her how I do it, because I use Restream Chat, so all I have to do is basically just go into settings. So depending on how she does her chat. What is this? I don't care about that. Okay. Okay. On that note, here, before I call it a night, I do want to address one thing. Because I saw this when trying to gather up just topics for tonight. And it's going to sound a little harsh, but realize the people that I'm mainly calling the fuck out here is Fandom Pulse. Because I saw this from Fandom Pulse. After moving to the left and censoring Christian viewpoints, Bounding into Comics is shutting down. So first off, there's no evidence of this. Like, I scrolled through their Twitter account. I don't see any sign that they may or may not be shutting down. Nothing's there. It sounds like a nothing. Okay, it sounds like a nothing. And even on their own, like, account here, refresh, no evidence that they're shutting down. Nothing to say that they're shutting down, but let's see what is this evidence. Okay, Bounding into Comics is shutting down operations according to internal sources and a cryptic message from current editor-in-chief Spencer. I can't say that last name. Okay, do you have evidence? But let's keep reading on. The collapse of what was once pop culture journalism's most important conservative voice represents a stark lesson. Compromise your principles for cooperative advertisers, and you lose everything that made you valuable in the first place. John F. Trent founded Bounding into Comics over a decade ago to provide a Christian and conservative alternative to the corporate shills at CBR, Screen Rant, Kotaku, and IGN. While those outlets pushed DI initiatives and woke activism disguised as journalism, Trent built something different with truthful, hard-hitting coverage that actually held the entertainment industry accountable. And every last little article ever on most of these topics also ended up having you referencing the Bible, which got kind of annoying when we just wanted the facts. The site exploded in popularity, reaching 3 to 5 million views in peak month. Trent became the most important investigative journalist in pop culture, uncovering activist statements and industry malfeasance that everyone else either ignored or actively covered up. Geeks and Gamers, Friday Night Tights, Yellow Flash, and The Coring built entire YouTube channels. Reading Trent's research allowed his work formed the backbone of alternative pop culture commentary. Then the company was sold in 2023 to the publisher desk, acquired Bounding into Comics, and immediately began gutting what made the site successful. The new owners demanded Trent tone down rhetoric against LGBTQ activism, stop criticizing the replacement of white characters in films and comics, and eliminating negative commentary about Disney to appease advertisers. They still do that. I hate their new website, but they still talk about that stuff. They still point that shit out. They do that all the time still. So I don't know what it is you're talking about. The big issue with Bounding into Comics, you know what? We'll get to that. I'll save that issue. I'll save that. The publisher desk wanted to transform Bounding into Comics into another corporate mouthpiece in indistinguishable from the site it was created to oppose. They told Trent to remove his Christian viewpoint from articles and establish his anti-LGBTQ stance and eliminate his anti-LGBTQ stance. The message was clear: conform or leave. Dude, no joke. Your articles got annoying. Here, let's see. Can I find one? Let's go search. One Piece. Articles. I'm doing this for a reason. I typed in One Piece. Load more. I did this for a reason. Let's see. That's September 11th. Where is it? Where is it? 2022. So we should be getting close. Should be getting close. Unless they took it away. When did One Piece live action come out? When did One Piece live action come out? There's an article that I've even did a video on in One Piece where what is being said by John F. Trent is all about the actor or actress playing Kobe. Let's see. Let's do One Piece Kobe. Nope, not finding it. Not finding it right now. But there's an article on Bounding into Comics, or there was an article on Bounding into Comics, all about the actress playing Kobe. And it was about how she is trans. Well, she's a he, but she identifies as he. And it was just criticizing the fact that they are trans. I criticized that article, by the way. Thought it was a bad article. In the article itself, he starts referencing the Bible and then what the Pope says and all that stuff. And it's like, it's fucking annoying. It's cringe. When I want the facts, take me to the facts. Give me the facts. If it's LGBTQ stuff being shoved into whatever, okay, we can talk about that. We can discuss that. But then you jam in what the Bible says we can't do this, and then in a recent thing for the Pope, and it's like, but dude, I just want the facts. Give me the facts. Don't give me everything else. Give me the facts. And it gets so fucking annoying. Trent chose his principles and left a month later. No, you were actually kicked out because the other problem was you weren't in search engines. Yeah, that's actually been brought up a couple times by people that are a part of Bounding still, that were there with John F. Trent. All of his articles weren't search algorithm, like you couldn't Google them. They weren't popping up. So they left. But let's keep going on. I was writing for Bounding into Comics at the time. I wanted to publish a piece critical of DC and Marvel's leftist behavior and the mainstream comic industry corruption. The site declined to run my work, censoring content that challenged Disney, Warner Brothers. I left as well. Challenging Disney and Warner Brothers. Let's see. Is the age of moral gray superheroes over? Here's what the MCU can learn from a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It sounds like they're still criticizing Marvel. Fans desperate for new Witcher 3 DLC, which, okay, yeah. Let's see. Here's them literally criticizing Disney. Here's them criticizing DC. I think, and here's them talking about comics still and criticizing what happened. So yeah, they're still doing it. It just didn't like how you guys were doing it. Trent landed at That Park Place while I founded Fandom Pulse. We continued our work in tandem until That Park Place repeated the exact same betrayal. The site would go on to partner with the publisher desk. Trent left again and joined Fandom Pulse, where we've maintained the uncompromised journalism these other outlets abandoned. We've held the line on truth in gaming, television, books, comics, tabletop games, while former competitors collapsed into irrelevancy. The result speaks for themselves. Both Bounding into Comics and That Park Place now receive fewer monthly views than Fandom Pulse. Readers recognize authentic journalism versus corporate-approved content. Regurgitation When you compromise your principles for advertisers' money, you lose the audience that made you successful in the first place. That Park Place teamed up with G&G, by the way. A few months ago, we learned that Park Place was struggling so badly, they partnered with Geeks and Gamers to help fund their operations, moving some content to the platform. They're running the same failed playbook and writing down content to appease corporate interests while wondering why their audience disappears. Well, I didn't realize I would also have to utilize that. Realize who they're calling out. I'm gonna show you guys some shit. Let me go. Geeks and Gamers. Let me do this real quick. Geeks and Gamers. I want to go to their Twitter account. Their Twitter account can take me to like an article. So let me go here. I don't like how they do the articles over at Geeks and Gamers. That's one of my big problems. I'll do this. Let's go latest news. So let's just use this as an example. Oops, someone might have spoiled. Major spoiler. This is from Alex Guerrezo over on geeksandgamers.com, and it's the same style as you would with a That Park Place article. Again, I don't like how geeksandgamers.com is doing their articles because it's really hard to find this shit. But that's why I have to go through their Twitter account. But here's That Park Place. Same format, same style. Hollywood is in major trouble. The 2026 domestic box office is weaker than 2025, adjusted for inflation. Okay. Now let's just grab a random Bounding article. Legitimately random here. I saw this the other day. Odds of Godzilla Singular Point getting a second season just hit rock bottom. Okay. Here's the reality of all three of these sites. Okay, both Geeks and Gamers articles, That Park Place, and Bounding the Comics. What information have they been putting out that isn't being already covered by, let's say, Ryan, Yellow Flash, Gary? In fact, sometimes, a lot of times when it came to That Park Place, and again, I'm not trying to throw shade, a lot of their articles ended up, it's not that they weren't nothing, but they would reference other creators. They would give you a source, reference other creators, and that was it. Bounding's biggest problem, like this one, odds of Godzilla Singular Point get the second season's just hit rock bottom. Yeah, that was known for a long time. Bounding's big problem, they put articles out months later on a subject. That's not even a joke. There are entire articles on Bounding in the Comics I covered a topic on months ago. Months prior to Bounding putting out an article. They take too long. That Park Place is faster. They usually have a day. But the problem with That Park Place is a lot of the stuff that they've been covering, like if there's not like big pop culture news, they're covering the parks. They're covering some more financial stuff. They're covering stuff like that. Where it's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. If you're interested in that stuff, go ahead and do that stuff. If you're interested in a lot of the finances and everything like that, go ahead and do that. No shade, but it's not really what a lot of people want from them. A lot of people do want the culture war aspects, where the Geeks and Gamers articles would end up coming in. The problem with Geeks and Gamers articles is they're still not there yet. They are trying. They are doing a good job. They are getting there. They're not there just yet. But my biggest problem with them is it's hard to find. It's not really easy to get access to. Hey, Sherry, how are you? But ultimately, like they're still doing just fine. They're still putting out content. Like even with this, like my big thing is, okay, we're at Geeks and Gamers. Scroll down. Oh, now we're at videos. Why don't we just have like a landing page that makes it easier to hunt down all your articles, you know? Just simple criticisms right there. But because of that, Fandom Pulse is trying to argue that they're all shutting down. By the way, let's see, where's this internal memo? Where is this? Okay, Spencer Mave. The last 8 years have meant more to me than even I think I currently realize. Until next time, true believers, this is your friendly neighborhood BIC Ek signing off for the last time. They're shutting down entirely. Their editor-in-chief, Spencer Beck, posted. It sounds like he's just maybe leaving. And no, you see, your thing is with like John F. Trent, because this John F. Trent, and I'm willing to bet this is JDA. They have a fucking bone to pick with Bounding into Comics because they kicked him the fuck out. They kicked him out for various reasons. The main one was your articles, they're not search and SEO optimized. They're not. It is actually hard to look up your articles right now on Google or anything like that because your article titles are just atrocious. Here, let's go over to Phantom Pulse. Article titles will be like The Last Bleeding Fool article what about Andor shows how nominally right-wing outlets normalize left-wing degeneracy. What's up, that Park Place star? Katie Sackhoff says Bo-Katan has job security forever because she based on Dave Filoni's wife. Okay, that's easy. That's easy to look up. By the way, I didn't realize Dave Filoni had a wife. I thought he was gay. Geeks and Gamers. Well, you just have to do Geeks and Gamers. But oops, someone might have spoiled major Super Mario Galaxy movie character. Okay, that's easy to look up too. Hey, what about Bounding into Comics? I mean, just again, odds of Godzilla singular point. Okay, just type in Godzilla singular point, find it. Bo-Katan, find it. Super Mario, probably find it. Easy things. You. Latest Bleeding Fool article about Andor shows how normally right-wing outlets normalize left-wing degeneracy. Yeah, that's not really gonna get picked up. That's not really gonna get picked up in it. Simultaneously, your articles, just gotta pick this one, written by fucking John F. Trent. $5 says we're gonna end up seeing something about Jesus in here. Oh, there's a comment on Ice Glory. John Della Rose, yeah, pimping out their own shit. Pimping out their own shit. Let's see. Can I find a gay one? Can I find one about gays? Oh, Joshua Charles and Eternal Christendom dedicate its weekly Great Rosary campaign. By the way, we can see likes because you have that on. There's 5 likes there, 55 here, 4, 3, 1. What's here? 2. 17, but you have to be signed in and looked into it. The Daniel Varva sold out gamers now gets a movie deal reward. Yes, 17, 10, 9, 11, 7, 5, 6, 6. I don't really think you guys are doing as well as you think you are. I don't really think you all guys are, because here's the other thing. When it comes to Fandom Pulse, technically, I believe I'm still subscribed to Fandom Pulse. And what do I mean by that? They go through Substack because they couldn't afford a website anymore, so they moved to Substack. On Substack, you can, pay to support the creators. $5 a month. I don't know how to get rid of that. And I'm willing to bet you money after Goonergate entirely, because that's what really burnt down your thing. You don't really get that many clicks anymore. A lot of people like Yellow Flash, Quartering, all of them, they don't really go. Well, Quartering probably goes to you a little bit more, but like the big guys, they don't really reference you that much. The first time in a while is the first time I actually saw anybody reference your article was when you guys did the one of your more recent ones, which was, let's see if I can even find it. Where is it? Where is it? No, that's not it. It was the one when they were talking about right here. This one. This was the last time or the most recent one that I've seen in an actual video from last week that everybody talked about. But what they did, this is the upside to Phantom Pulse, okay? This is the upside of Phantom Pulse. They'll link where they get their shit from because people don't want to use you. They'll go to Variety. A lot of people quit utilizing, they utilize Phantom Pulse, Bounding, Geeks and Gamers, or any of that stuff now to actually go to the sources. Because it's always better to go to the sources because people like John F. Trent and JDA kept twisting what people were saying. So now a lot of people like to go to the sources to double check to make sure, hey, is it really what you're saying here is accurate? And then they'll move on. They're trying to act like Bounding shutting down is because, well, they compromised. No, even when John Della Rose was still there, they were putting fucking articles out months behind. Their article putting, like, their distribution of articles and content was just poor. It just is. That's why people went to That Park Place. Not just because John F. Trump was there and he was still decent pre-Goonergate, but because they were putting out the content. They were fast on it. They were fast with the upload, fast with the info. Go, 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 go. What killed Phantom Pulse, because let's be real fair here, Phantom Pulse ain't doing good either, is because you guys went down this Goonergate ultra-Christian bullshit and started chasing everybody off. Now people don't really utilize you. They don't. And on top of that, let's be fair to That Park Place and Bounding and all that. A lot of people haven't been touching them at all. Like here's one. Let me do niche. All right, Niche Gamer. Niche Gamer is the standard bearer for any content in like these spaces. People like to go to Niche Gamer. Niche Gamer hasn't been really putting out a lot of articles on breaking like gaming news right now. It's just like, hey, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, moving on. You don't see a whole lot of people using Niche Gamer because there's not a whole lot of culture war stuff right now. There's just not. Once Starfleet ends, what's the next culture war thing? What's the next culture war going on? In order to be a culture war website, you need to constantly be tweeting out about the culture war. Culture war is dying down. Not saying that it's ending by any means, shape, or form, but if it's dying down and places are going more into like remission and just putting out slop over slop, and people are just tired of listening to slop, kind of moves on. Topics change. People start talking about different stuff. You have to constantly be moving with that. It's like a YouTube channel. Like me, I put out VTuber content as well. Yeah, I talked about the BAFTAs and what's going on with that shit because I find that shit deplorable. But you have to constantly be moving. You have to constantly be giving what your audience wants, and you also have to be changing. Branch out, reach new shit. It's not rocket science. And also, you have to be up to date with it. Being 3 months behind on articles is unacceptable. And that was something that Bounding was being really bad at. They were getting 3 months behind on fucking putting out an article. You can't do that. So yeah, maybe Bounding ain't doing good right now. Maybe That Park Place is in a little bit of a slump. Whatever. Phantom Pulse ain't doing good either. They just ain't. But with that, I think here, I have to do one last thing. Cause this shit is fucking wild. This is a legitimate post I saw. This app is wild, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? I keep playing it, but what the fuck? This is like this was the first one I saw. There's several of those going around. Just anime girls, MAGA hats, American flag, and then Yahtzees and all that. Like, what the fuck? I do have that bookmarked. Why do they have, why are we putting the Nazi flag on everything? Let's stop that. Okay. Oh. You know what? I approve. I approve. I approve. I approve. I approve. I approve. Kill a commie for mommy. I will. I will. I will. Anyways, I'm practically out of topics for tonight. I have some like little things that we can get into maybe some other time. But in the meantime, guys, let's start wrapping this shit up. I had something I thought, and then my brain fried. My brain fried. I'm stupid. What? Oh yeah. We're gonna start wrapping it up there for the night, guys. Thank you for coming by. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have a more interesting one. Didn't really want to do the whole fucking. I don't want to cover politics, so I don't do State of the Union. Culture war is one thing. Full-fledged politics, not my jam, not my game, not what I want to be doing. Anyways, tomorrow we'll be back. Usual time, hopefully about 8 p.m. Central Time. Thursday we'll be going on. Friday, Friday, tune in to Ballbusters because we got an announcement to make. So, yeah, tune in to Ballbusters Friday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come by and hopefully have some fun. So, yeah, we'll be I'll be making that announcement on Friday. So please tune in, guys. Yeah. Oh, and it's also karaoke night. So, yeah, we're also doing T-Swizzles. In the meantime, guys, you all have a lovely night. Have a lovely day wherever it is in the world that you guys might be at. And we'll see you on the next one. Wait, let's change the opening clip real quick. You know, opening properties. Let's see. What do we want to end out on? What do we want to end out on? What is this one? It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds long. Yeah, let's choose. Actually, no. We haven't done yeah, let's do this. I don't know what this one is. So let's do this one. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Yeah.